Hi everyone, welcome back. This is DeRolo Nixon from Nixon Disability Law, coming to you as part of our Veterans Month campaign, where we're going to talk about history and trivia and give important information for and about veterans and those who support them. Today, what we're talking about, again, is the relationship between VA benefits and Social Security disability insurance benefits. What we're going to talk about today is a common pitfall that happens to veterans who may be at 100% for their VA disability, but they were denied Social Security disability benefits. So this concerns the evidence. Often, for veterans who are at 100%, most of their medical records will be VA medical records or VA medical center records or VHA records, Veterans Hospital Administration records, okay? Even though technically the Social Security Administration is another executive department like the Department of Veterans Affairs, right? Even though that's the case, okay, it doesn't mean that they talk to each other in such a way that Social Security can be relied upon to get your VA MC records. They cannot. And time after time, veterans come to me, and sometimes they come to me and they're discharging another attorney who screwed up, okay? But what they often say is they didn't have my VA records. They didn't have my VA MC records. At our firm, one of the first things we do when we onboard a veteran who is denied Social Security disability insurance benefits is to make sure that the VA records are entered into the system. Okay, we obtain them, or we work with you to obtain them, and then we submit them, and then that hurdle is overcome when we go on. Okay, let me tell you why this evidence matters. I had a veteran who was a woman. And she served some number of years ago, and unfortunately, she was brutally sexually assaulted. Anyway, Social Security ends up doing what? Denying her claim, right? She gets VA benefits. Surprise, surprise, right? No surprise, she gets her VA disability benefits. Social Security said no. Why was this evidence from the VA MC relevant? Because even though we had a date last insured issue, okay? And that's, again, one of the differences between Social Security and VA. Even though we had a date last insured issue, which means we had a deadline for when the medical records, like when the events had to have occurred to show she was disabled. Even though we had a deadline, we were able to show from opinions from years later that she was disabled enough that Social Security should have considered that evidence. And of course, we were successful on appeal in getting an adverse decision overturned, okay? That evidence is very important. It's one of the first things we do to get. That's one of the first things we do when you come to us. We obtain those so that they can get into your file and so that we can continue to build your case. Okay, thank you. Next time, we're going to talk about the opinions, okay? The opinions are one of the central ways in which the Social Security system is distinguishable from the VA system. This, though, is one that often helps veterans. So more on that later. Stay tuned.